Beowulf fights the dragon. With both Grendel and Grendel's mother destroyed, peace was restored to the land of the Danes, and Beowulf, laden with Hrothgar's gifts, returned to the land of his own people, the Geats. After some years, Beowulf himself became king of the Geats, ruling in peace and prosperity for 50 years. One day, however, a fire-breathing dragon that had been guarding a treasure for hundreds of years was disturbed by a thief who had entered the treasure tower and stolen a cup. The dragon then began terrorizing the Geats. So Beowulf, now an old man, took on the challenge of fighting it. He said farewell to his followers for the last time. My heart is firm, my hands calm. Wait for me close by, my friends. We shall see soon who will survive this bloody battle. Either this dragon's treasure, his gold, and everything hidden in that tower will be mine, or the fight will sweep me to a bitter day. Beowulf rose, still brave, still strong. With his shield at his side and a mail shirt on his shoulders, he strode towards the tower. He saw huge stone arches and felt the heat of the dragon's breath. The Lord of the Geats lowered his sword and roared out a battle cry. The beast rose. The breath came first, a steaming cloud pouring from the stone. Then the earth itself shook. Beowulf's ancient sword was waiting, unsheathed. The beast came closer, pouring out fire and smoke. Flames beat at the iron shield, and for a time it held, protected Beowulf as he had planned. Then it began to melt. Even so, he raised his sword and struck at the dragon's scaly hide. After biting into the monster's skin, the ancient blade broke before it went deep enough. The dragon leapt with pain, spouting murderous flames. Mad to attack, he caught the king in a rush of fire and then clamped sharp, poisonous fangs into his neck. Beowulf's body was drenched in blood and he fell to the ground. His comrades ran for their lives, fled deep into the wood. Only one of them remained, Wiglaf, Wextan's son. Watching Beowulf, he could see how his king was burning. Wiglaf's mind was made up. He raised his yellow shield and drew his sword. "We must go to him," he shouted, "while angry flames burn at his flesh. Help our glorious king. By Almighty God, I'd rather burn myself than see flames swirling around my lord. And who are we to carry home our shields before we've slain his enemy and ours, to run back to our homes with Beowulf so hard pressed here? I swear that nothing he ever did deserved an end like this. Dying miserably and alone, butchered by this savage beast. We swore that these swords and armour were each for us all." Next, Wiglaf, seeing the king in utmost danger, displayed his inborn bravery and strength. His fighting hand was burned as he came to his kinsman's help. Wiglaf lunged at the enemy, sinking his sword into its belly. The flames grew weaker. Once again, Beowulf gathered his strength, drew a knife from his belt and stuck it deep into the dragon's flank. The king had dealt it a fatal wound. But then, the wound which had been dealt to Beowulf earlier by the dragon began to throb, with deadly poison coursing through his blood. He knew that death was very close. That brave king, stretched out on the rock, gave the golden necklace from around his throat to Wiglaf, gave him his gold-covered helmet, his rings and his mail shirt, and ordered him to use them well. "You're the last of all our far-flung family. Fate has swept our race away, taken warriors in their strength, and led them to the death that was waiting. And now I follow them." As the old king's followers began emerging out of the wood, knowing the dragon was dead, Beowulf's mouth fell finally silent. And for many days, the Geats mourned their beloved leader, crying that no better king had ever lived.